is that?
Today's heist is brought to you by Miss Amanda Martin.
Well, yeah, man, look at that. We got a little Ghia.
Yeah, we do.
Everybody loves Volkswagens. Quit it, man. Quit it, man. Anything that was remotely flat was Bondo. Hey. Every corner of the car has been dented and beat in any way it possibly can. It's all right. This right here is designed to take care of ugly. This thing is like Frankenstein.
These are the wheels that we're looking
Those
for.
are badass.
Yeah. Look at all this beetle madness.
It smells as good as it looks.
Oh, good. Yeah, we got some help for the devil. Our buddies from Dallas.
It's really like a dream team.
Because you're married, man. What's hers is hers, and what's yours is hers.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. I'm Joe Martin. I've been building cars and bikes since I was just a little kid. My team cuts down rusted wrecks.
Let's get to work, man. Come on.
We knock out the ugly and put in the cool. And turn these buckets of rust into street art. This is Iron Resurrection.
Are we leaving breadcrumbs? Because I think we may be lost.
Reyes gave us the inside scoop on this sweet honey hole up in Maynard.
We got a 1955 CJ5.
Really?
First month of production.
Acres and acres of cars.
This is a 55 big window.
That's pulling up to kick your ass is what that's doing. 36 acres and 18
then
million
some.
cars or
Yeah.
From
something?
GM to Chrysler to Ford.
18 million, yes.
You got the AC controls, you got the headlights.
My name is Jason Krennick. I've been managing this property for about a year now. Trying to inventory the property. There's a lot to choose from. There's plenty of projects, I should say.
If we want to buy this one, we're going to have to negotiate with the lizard.
We've estimated between 450 to 500 cars and trucks. We have a lot of stuff that we haven't even discovered yet.
Man, there's hidden treasures everywhere.
I think Shaq thinks he's going to get a pot of gold in one of them.
Damn right I am. It's like I expect a glow to happen every time a trunk opens.
There's like some kind of an old tool chest. There's going to be a stack of cash.
She knows me. Man, look at this badass three-wheel car.
Look
Yep.
at it.
It's a little Cushman. It's pretty rough, but it wouldn't take much to get it going. You can get another little engine for it.
This thing is perfect for the shop.
You know, how about 50 bucks?
About 100.
Done. I mean, $100, it's going to be our new little engine hauler around the shop.
So that was purchase number one.
Oh my God, what is that?
You know what that is.
No, I know what it is.
Harman Ghia.
Is it one of the cars that's for sale here?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll run. So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Even better.
yeah. The motor's pretty
Oh my
clean.
gosh, it's way clean.
Man,
I think a little carburetor work. It'll
Oh, yeah?
yeah, absolutely.
I've seriously wanted one of these for as long as I knew I was going to have a driver's license. I wanted one.
It looks like it was running back in '05. I mean, it needs some love on the inside and definitely some Joe love.
It needs some help. It's a little sad.
Not much.
But it's my dream car. Man. I don't know if the guys are going to really like it, but I do.
So how much?
I don't know. Make me an offer.
How about
Whoa, hold on. Can I have a moment with my client?
Sure. Absolutely.
I mean, your excitement's about to write a blank check.
hey, you know what? There is a ceiling that I won't go over, so
I know, but what is that ceiling?
2,500.
25. Right, court adjourned.
Furniture.
So, you say offer?
Make an
Want
offer.
to make you offer?
Yeah.
2,000 bucks.
No, it's close, but not quite there.
What's there?
3,500 will do it.
Okay, so really, what's there?
Actually, you know, I can't do 35. We can't do 35.
Yeah, 35. How about 25?
You take it today?
Oh, well, absolutely. I'll take it in a minute.
Well, hell yeah, we'll take it today.
Okay.
Is that good?
25?
Deal.
Sweet.
Excited. I think I want to stay in the car and like put it on the trailer and I'll just ride like this all the way
We'll
back.
do it. We'll do
Oh
it.
my God,
I'll clean the windshield.
I'll just hang my head out the window.
Like a trailer full of happiness.
You're not going to be able to wipe this grin off my face.
It's going to suck to sell that Ghia.
It will suck to sell it, but I do think the guys will be able to turn it into something pretty cool and we'll be able to turn it. There's a market for it, especially in Austin. It will be a little bittersweet though.
Oh, man, what's going on here?
Maybe I can guilt Joe into keeping it.
Today's heist is brought to you by Miss Amanda Martin.
Well, yeah, man, look at that. We got a little Ghia.
Yeah, we
And
do.
it don't look too bad either. This looks pretty solid in these doors.
It's pretty good.
It's even more solid in the back.
Hey, look at this thing, man. It looks like it runs.
I love these little cars, man. They're so cool.
I love them too.
Well, I hope you love them.
That's why I have one on my shirt.
Well, I've wanted one of these since I was 16, so I thought it would be cool to haul it back and see what you guys could do to it.
Really?
I think Amanda's getting the bug that I get where I buy stuff and I know deep down inside I'm going to keep it for myself.
So did you just hear who you're building this for?
No.
Who's this for, man?
No, we can sell it, but I still want to see what you guys can do to something like this.
These little Ghias are coming out, man, and they actually bring pretty good money.
So what do you think this is worth? What's a good deal on this? Now that you look
Well,
at
like it is
As
right now,
is.
I mean, I would pay, you know, $3,500 for the car.
Oh,
$4,000.
good.
What'd you pay?
2,500?
$2,600 for everything on the trailer.
Well, the Cushman was 100.
Oh, that's not bad, man. That's a good deal.
We don't need these things, man. We got it. Look at here. Come on, short dog. Bam! Bam!
Let's try to start this thing, man.
Hell yeah. I love car Ghias. You know, we can do a lot with that car. I'm stoked about building that car.
There you go. Whoop, whoop.
Wait,
Come on, dog.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, y'all just push. It's a small car, so it can't have that many worms in it, right?
this car's a cool little project. It's definitely different. You know, we do a lot of big American cars, a lot of muscle cars, that sort of thing. But everybody loves Volkswagens. Shorty's got one. I've had an early bug. My brother's had an early bug. I think that's what gives that car Ghia an edge. It's just got a really cool body. The Italians, Ghia, and the German coach builders Carmen get together, and Italian styling with German engineering is really cool. Builders do it today. You know, you look at the Lamborghinis today, you know, it's mainly German engineered. Same with Bugatti and same with Rolls-Royce. So the folks that originally built this car, man, had a really cool style. We don't want to interrupt it too much. We just want to refine it just a little bit. This was a 71, and the taillights and the turn signals got a little bigger and bulkier. So we want to shave those down, reshape the bumpers just barely, clean the lines of the car up. I mean, just the way they look, you get them down on the ground, put some wheels on them, man, they're good to go. Come take a look, babe.
Oh, man. Just taunting me.
Hey, you brought it to me.
I know. Okay, well, I'm excited to see it finished. I guess I can go look up some parts.
That'd be a good idea. We're going to need them.
Have the guys seen it yet?
Not yet. I'm getting ready to show them. You're the first one to see it.
Well, I like it.
I knew you would,
You
man.
have my approval.
You own it? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Amanda's insisting that we get started on the Ghia.
We're trying to not be like his bumper sticker.
Right, Slim? Mama says start working. We got to start working.
Ew, yeah. Look at your little bitty tailpipes, Joe.
Got to breathe, brother.
All 40 horsepower, right?
Yep. We want to tear it down, get the motor out. Got it? Yep. Look what's underneath the paint. See what we're unmasking. I owned a 66. Both? Yeah. I had a Baja both. Affordable, good mileage, and they were fun to drive.
We don't need this crap, man.
Look at that, you destroyed it.
We're not gonna need it.
Trying to keep everything as organized as possible. Because if I don't, Shorty chases you around with firecrackers. How you get him out, though? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
Quit it with the metric, man.
Man, how the hell these damn seats come out?
Sure, dog. You pull it all the way forward. The Germans have a way of doing their own thing, and it's pretty cool. Just like the seats. They just have like a little trick. You just gotta find that little trick. There we go. This is not good.
That whole thing is rotted out.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah.
Man, we got some stuff back there I know you didn't want to see. Man, I think that's that window seal.
Damn sure is, man.
That way's the same way.
Yeah, we gotta get it out. Any kind of rust is a big issue, but around a window channel is always difficult because, you know, it's a window channel, and it's got all kinds of different dimensions and it curves and does all kinds of stuff, so it's a big hassle. God dang, look at this, man. It's a butthole. Mud it up to the window with the seal still in it and let it rot. And we don't have a parts car to cut it out, so we're probably more likely gonna have to recreate that channel again. Nasty, man.
Oh my God. What else you want, short dog?
We don't want it. God. What a mess.
We're not strangers to this kind of stuff, Jose, so.
We just always wish we don't ever come across it, and we always do, sure.
Yeah, either way, man, you gotta stay strong.
Stay strong, sure.
Yeah. There you go. Quit it, man. But how do you move a gear? There you go. You just carry it.
Somebody's letting go, man.
So the guys from Texas Green Blast are here to blast the Ghia. And we know the car's got a little bit of rock, but we don't know how much. Hopefully it's not too bad, but we gotta blast it, see what's underneath it, and deal with it.
So I've already removed a lot of the Bondo, but I wanted to show you this here. We're probably about a ½ inch thick in this area right here.
Oh.
Up here, you can just see these really bad patch jobs.
We're looking at this Garmin Ghia, and quite frankly, it doesn't look good.
And it gets worse. It
It gets worse than that. The car had dents in it, an inch and a half of Bondo just filled. The dents weren't even hammered out or anything like that.
Anything that was remotely flat was Bondo.
Hey,
I figured I wanted you guys to have a look at it before I finished it all the way.
it's definitely worst case
So
scenario.
we'll see how bad it is back here. We'll see when I uncover that.
You haven't even done the doors yet, have you?
Not yet. Maybe they'll be good.
It's something you gotta keep in mind when you're doing these projects. You know, this is the can of worms you can run into. We're pretty much committed, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Finish it up, right?
We gotta be strong, man.
All right. Well, let's get it
Well,
finished. then.
Finish it up,
Finish it up. We didn't expect it. I can't believe it. To be honest with you, I can't believe this little car has about 5 cars worth of work. But you know, it's what we do here. I guess if all the cars were in that great condition, I wouldn't even be here, right? That kind of makes me look forward to making it look killer like we do here. You know, that's what we do. Hey, Jose, how do you want to cut this package tray?
What I say is we recreate this drip rail right here, this channel right here, should first. Cut this out through here, under this pinch weld. We'll reform all that. Because I don't want to form this yet, Shirley, because this still provides some kind of
some structure.
some structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then Joel will take that little strip out. We're gonna make a new one. Once we make a new one, we'll make a new one of these.
How about it, Joel?
Right.
For now, we're just gonna cut the most graded areas. So we'll make the pieces that go around where the windshield's gonna sit. Once we have those pieces made, then we can do the package tray. That way we can keep the same line, same everything. So when we get our windshield, you know, it fits right back in the same spot.
Like Joe said, you start stripping them down, and the ugly comes, you know. So
It's all right.
this right here is designed to take care of ugly. Little man hours, and we'll get her back to looking the way she needs to look, and be back on the road again.
I'm starting to question whether we really are going to get our money back on this deal. And I feel bad. It was an emotional purchase.
No,
and
you never know. Every guy in that shop is guilty of that.
Oh, yeah.
What are the odds, though, that we're building a Ghia and the Texas Volkswagen Classic is happening during the exact same time?
It's a lot of fun.
You got your list, right?
I got my list. Look at all this Beetle madness.
I know. Look at all the colors.
Man.
We are lucky enough to be at the Texas VW Classic.
Look at the tiki torches.
And what better place to buy parts than Texas's little Germany?
Well, these are the wheels that we're looking
Those
for.
are badass.
Yeah. This show has everything. It's a swap meet. It's a car show. It's got everything from the buses to the bugs to the things to the Ghias. It's got it all in one little melting pot of Volkswagen happiness. It's awesome.
That was a party picnic table.
That was.
So is it yours or is it yours? It's hers. Oh, okay. All right.
He married me for the car. There's a lot of originality out here with these things. They really make them their own.
It smells as good as it looks.
Oh, good.
You go to other shows, you know what to expect.
These things are cool too.
Oh, look at that. No matter what you're into, you fit in
Yes,
at a Volkswagen show.
that's right. That's a badass car.
Look at this. Shag. Oh, hey, man. What's going on, dude? Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, we were able to find new friends.
Elliot?
And Lazaro.
Lazaro. Joe's talked to him on the phone, told him about the Ghia.
They're VW experts.
In this car right here,
was just finished by the club. My name is Elliot Vansel. I'm the president of the Dallas chapter of the Durloft Coolers. So this guy right here is super rare, man. Right-hand drive, super, super rare. We're a vintage Volkswagen club that has chapters all over the place.
1900 original miles.
1900 original miles.
1964.
One owner.
That is so cool.
There you go, man.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The one we have in the shop is in pretty sad shape.
Pretty crusty.
We've actually got a laundry list of parts.
Yes.
And, I mean, you guys sound like you have more connections than Legos.
Oh, for sure.
They know their stuff when it comes to VWs. So they're going to give us a tour, introduce us to a couple of the swap meet guys, and we're going to see if we can find some parts for this thing.
It's pretty amazing to have those two guys with us.
Oh, they're probably going to shave hours
And money.
and money.
Starting to fit nice. It's just, this curve is tricky because, you know, it's like this and it goes up and then it goes the other way. Working with Jose over time, he's taught me a lot about metalwork. And I'm trying to teach Joel. I think we need to take some out of here and then put some right here.
What's cool is the guys are always evolving. You know, Joel, he's a multi-talented guy, and he's always wanted to start doing some of the metalwork and the welding.
So we need to continue this curve right here.
So pretty much this window channel was his first attempt at doing some metalwork. Is it normal to take that long to do something like this?
Well, it's normal to take a long time if you want to fit something like really nice.
Yeah.
Right now, we just got to fill in all the turn signal holes. What I do is I tape over the hole, and then I'll cross hatch it for reference lines, and then I cut out the actual piece of tape. And when I'm done, I have the perfect shape that the metal has to be that I'm going to cut.
You know, all the guys have their different techniques for forming the stuff, which works good, because, I mean, there's many ways to do it. Ghia's making a lot of progress. We got, you know, a lot of guys on that little car. Things move pretty quick. We got our new guy, Caleb, testing him out.
The door's pretty rough. There's a spot in it that's, I call it the Coke can effect. You just push it and it just goes womp, womp, womp. Right now I'm just using my hammer and dolly trying to shrink the metal some to get it stiffened back up. And when I put the dolly behind it and I hit it, it puts a little dimple in it, so it's shrinking it up.
The metal here was kind of ripply where it got hit. I want to take my time dollying and making the metal as straight as it can be, because in the long run, you know, it's going to mean less mud. No matter what you do, you're going to have to always use a little bit of it. But if you have too thick of a surface and if you have too many scratches, they tend to come up and then they'll show in your paint job. We just have to do it one step at a time. We can't get anxious. We can't lose our composure. We just have to stay focused, get it done the best it can be.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a freaking party.
We are at the Texas VW Classic, probably the oldest,
Yeah.
biggest VW car show in Texas. There's the Tiki Bar.
Amazing people, great cars,
Yeah, some great new friends. Elliot,
and Lazaro.
Lazaro.
We have a list of things that we're looking for today, and I'm hoping we find everything out here.
You got a car, Ghia?
Yeah, 71.
Best car ever.
What do you say, $35?
Okay.
All right. You're all right,
Only
kid.
because my trailer has a bad tire and I'm trying to minimize the weight.
Lighten your load. Well, I guess wheels would be one of the biggest things because we actually ordered them and come to find out they're not available. So we have to find them out here.
Yeah.
We're looking for 17-inch MPs.
Fuchs.
Yeah, I don't see any MPs in this.
Yeah.
This is probably what you're looking for right here.
What? Oh.
Here, look at that.
Oh, but they're 15s and 17s?
These yours?
Yes, sir. They're brand new.
What are you asking for?
1200.
Are they that new?
Yes, sir.
Are we at the swap meet or are we at the retail location?
You go a little bit cheaper than that.
Yeah, they're staggered. Those are 17s, 15s.
Yeah, you're breaking rules when you run staggered on a VW.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking more like $750. Cash.
About $1,000, man.
1,000 bones.
Man, I'm still on the fence with the staggered thing.
I mean,
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't pay 1,000.
I'm thinking 850 is where I feel good. I feel good about that.
I could probably be persuaded at 850.
850. Come on, man.
850.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
That's what we were born to do, break rules.
Today was a rad day. We got a couple of really great priority items on the list. And parts aside, we may have just hired 2 new employees.
I mean, that's all we do is put Volkswagens together. So.
I think the best thing would be come by the shop.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I think we did.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll be happy to do it.
We got a lot of plans for the Ghia today. We got a lot of metal work we got to finish up.
Well, the first thing is replacing all the panels that are too shot to be repaired. And some of them are complicated. It takes a lot of expertise to create a 3D piece. When you get a panel that's out of my skill set to make, I can take it over to Joe and just place an order. That's all bad. That's a lot better, yeah. Make me one of these. It'll work.
What are you doing out here, Slim?
Just fitting this up.
You made you a cool little corner piece, huh?
Well, yeah, I made it.
You made that? Don't lie to me now.
What we have here is the rear deck panel. What's left of it. Really can't buy this thing anywhere, so we have to make it. This part's kind of critical because it supports the window frame and the rear pillars. So, get it as close as we can to the original. I'm gonna roughly beat the shape in just on the bag. Starting to fit really good, starting to take shape. And then I'll go to the hammer, I'll plan this out, smooth it out. As you can see, this thing curls up, gradually goes away. Has more curl right in the middle and tapers back off. Then I got an edge right along here that goes to 90 degree little flanged edge. It's critical how it's gonna fit in there. It's gotta fit really tight.
Progress is slow on the Ghia. It's a tough gig. Every corner of the car has been dented and beat in any way it possibly can. Got the body panels beat out a little bit straighter. We're doing away with the fuel lid on the exterior of the car. You'll access the fuel tank by popping the hood. Rebuilt the bottom edge here. I still got a little bit of welding to do, but before long, Caleb's going to start to spread some body filler on it.
The fact is that even if you bought a brand new panel and you wanted it laser straight, you still have to put a skim coat of Bondo. Caleb is, he's been working his ass off, and you can see the metal, and you can almost see through the whole thing. So that means that it's, it has very little Bondo now, as opposed to the NC Plus that it had before. Looks like you're almost done with the side here.
Yeah, almost got the side knocked out.
But it looks great. This thing is like Frankenstein.
Oh, look at you rattling the package.
Hey, baby.
Hey, it wasn't wrapped up. Oh, man, look at that.
We were able to save at least $1,200 on the wheels and tires.
Wow. This is the ones you're looking for, but there's a slight difference. They're staggered.
You think that'll work?
Better, man. Even better. It'll give the Ghia a little bit of a rake stance to it, more hot rod style down low.
What did they say? It's
They
against
said
the
it's
rules.
frowned upon, so we're about to
Makes me want to
break the rules.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's done in good taste, if it's something that goes against the grain a little bit, man, I'm all for that. Short dog.
And then,
Look at this, man. Look at here, yeah.
got a new lid.
It's a little rough.
Yeah, people always run into the back of these things.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we got some new wheels.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
they're staggered.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the wheels.
Well, this is bad, but it's better than what you got. So you know. You have that parental look where he kind of looks at you like he's disappointed, and it killed me.
Hey, $35.
Better than all that rotted out stuff, don't you think?
It's $35.
Yeah, I know.
I need to see some tail. I need a tail wagon, man. Can we get a tail wagon?
Let me see. I'll let you know here in a minute.
Go get
Joey, what's going on?
We're trying to get the gap right on the deck lid here, the trunk. The issue is it's been hit from both sides in the back. So it's buckled in and it's closed the gap on the trunk. So in order to get the gap back right, we brought out the porta power pressure on this line, yeah. So essentially what we're gonna do is just spread the car open one more. All right, that's 37 3/4.
Let's check it right now and see where we're at.
All right. I mean, that looks okay.
Looks good over here, too.
All right.
I think we have our gap. Let's call it a day.
Let's call that a day.
Let's call it a day.
All right, I'm with you on that.
side, short dog.
You got her piece of it?
It's close, but we're gonna need to do some trimming on it, man. It's always tricky fitting something like that in when you have all these different shapes.
I mean, this panel here is really important because it holds the structure to the car. It doesn't seem like it's such a small panel, but these cars are built a certain way where everything counts on these cars. Every little bracket counts.
Look at that, man. It's definitely much stronger because, I mean, all this channel's been rebuilt. We had a lot of rot, so it got flimsy and weak, and so you go in there and restructure it. It's definitely going to have a little more integrity and hold up for hopefully another 30, 35 years.
That's a lot better.
Tack one side, short dog. Ghia's starting to look good. I mean, it's, you know, when we sandblasted it, took it apart, it's kind of like a nightmare, and we knew it was going to be rough, but you know, when you work this hard, you get all the guys on it, and everybody just does their part, and you see it coming together. It's really cool to take something that's that far gone and, you know, bring it back to life. Everything's been a project, man.
You're giving me nightmares.
You're giving me nightmares? I quit having nightmares when you started working on it, Ghia.
You took my nightmares away.
You took our nightmares away, man.
I'm glad I can help you out. There we go. You're good. And Slender, cold as ice. Finally, I'm gonna get to put some primer on the Ghia. I can't wait. I'm excited, man. Yeah, this has been quite the bodywork project. But this cow is about to lose all its spots and be one color. I'm gonna feather fill it, which is a little bit more than primer. This is real thick. And when it dries, we can put a big block on it and block it real nice and just take out the high and low spots and just even it up really nice.
Caleb might quit if he has to keep working on this thing.
Oh, you think so?
I'll just be glad I can sleep again, man.
I got my brother and Caleb on the Ghia pretty heavily. You know, when you get that much body work, you got a lot of layers of primer, especially when you're like Shorty and you want everything to be perfect.
Block party! Where's my snack? Get over here, Mike.
You know, it worked the first time with the little whistle Shorty's got. Now when I hear that thing, I'm going that way.
Everybody be happy. I know you're enjoying this occasion.
I am.
Come again? I mean, it's choo-choo and it's ideos for me.
Pretty square.
This pattern's great. In 1970, I think 4, we want to make it look a little bit cooler. So what's cool about this is we found this vinyl. It's got a really cool kind of vintage look to it. And so this is going to be the insert, and then the rest of the panel is going to be black. I'll go ahead and incorporate that into the seats as well. What happens when you do black interiors, it becomes a dark hole. You put all this work into the details and you don't see any of it. By bringing in a contrast material like this, it catches your eyes. Man,
What other colors should we consider?
a lot of times I do these sketches in black and white because I really don't know yet exactly what the color's going to be.
So what was it about this color?
And in this case, you know, Amanda obviously found this car.
Joe asked me what color I would want, and I liked the color that was on it.
You know, put some ice in it, some pearls, and I go whip up a brew, man.
You want to see a potion, number 9?
Yeah.
Females is just the fact that they have a better eye for colors.
So we started brewing up some teals.
Oh my gosh. It's just silky and shiny and fun.
Silky and fun, sure. What else you want?
I'm a girl.
Hey,
Don't judge.
I like it.
It looks light and airy, and it just looks like you've got the wind through your hair. Yeah, that's really...
That's a two-tone right there, man.
And so we're just going to go with a different variation of the teal that was already on there.
So you think Mandy's going to want to sell this car?
Well, what do you think, man?
It's going to be game over. Because you're married, man. What's hers is hers, and what's yours is hers.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. It's ready to spray, short guy.
Gracias, vato.
Órale. Yeah, we got some help on this car from Ghia. Oh, look at this. Speak of the devil, man. We got our buddies, Elliot and Lazaro, coming in from Dallas. They're the VW gurus. These guys just know the ins and outs of this stuff, and it's going to save us time.
Look at that thing, man.
It's going to be really cool just to learn some stuff from these guys.
Damn.
You done? Yeah. What's going on?
Special delivery.
Look at this, man. A truckload of goodies.
We're excited to collaborate on this car. These guys are hot rod guys, and Volkswagens are weird. And if you hadn't been around Volkswagens your entire life, it's going to be completely different. Ta-da! So we brought pretty much everything that we needed to build the Ghia. We built a motor for the Ghia. We brought a transmission, brought exhaust and carbs and front suspension, and you name it. We pretty much brought everything today.
So you guys brought it. I'm assuming you're going to install it, right?
Yeah, this is turnkey delivery.
Let's get it from the bed of the truck to the Ghia, boys. We've got Lazaro here. He's the suspension guy.
We're installing the beam. There's only 4 bolts that hold it on. As long as you don't have the brakes and the wheels on, it's not that heavy.
He built a lower rack for us at Lucky's Fab Shop.
There's nice clearance here when we're narrow it.
I think we're going to be able to get this thing pretty low.
Now we'll get the brakes on.
Simplicity of Volkswagens.
Ethan pretty much knows everything about Volkswagens. He's put them together his whole life. We also got Constantine here from Ukrainian Motorworks. He built this wicked 2-liter. It's going to make about 150 horsepower. This thing ought to really move.
We had the long block ready to go, and so we are literally building it from long block up.
I have a Ghia. I've done a lot of stuff to my Ghia, but I'm not an expert.
Once this is loose, we'll be able to pull the transmission, axles, and arms all out at one time.
These guys aren't. That's all they work on. They work on Volkswagens, Carmen Ghias, buses. That's what I'm going to have to do to mine to lower it?
No, it's easier to lower.
I expect to learn a lot from this car so I can do it to mine.
You can tell this car is going to sit down just right, handle really well. It's going to have all the power you'd ever need. It's just going to be a blast to drive. To have all these guys here, man, it's really like a dream team. Joe, did you even tell these guys that you work on drag cars? And one of our good buddies bringing an old dragster that me and Shorty painted. Look at this. This paint job was really tricky because we were trying to recreate all the old techniques they used in the 70s. We mocked up all the panels, but we haven't seen this thing put together yet. Wow, look at that. Today, people call them kamikazes. These guys would get on there, blow an Hemi right in their face, and then the rear end housing is right over their groin. If something goes wrong, blow your nuts off, man.
Is there a possibility we can hear the same gauge or what?
Yeah, that's pure manhood right there.
Mandy?
Yeah.
I got your pilot right here, man.
Are you sure you want to do this?
She looks a little scared, Gage.
We're just starting it, that's all.
All right, let's do it.
Car's running on nitro. The flames are right here, right by your head. You got to suit up even just to idle it.
The race suit, the helmet, I'm a little hesitant.
Ready?
I don't know, am I?
There's nothing like a nitro burning dragster. Just to hear that sound, you know, gives you goosebumps, man.
Ready?
Once you get used to it, you like the power of just hitting the throttle. And it's been really great having these guys help us out.
It's been born again, man.
They just know all the ins and outs of these cars. I mean, they're hardcore VW guys. Just taking all the guesswork out of working on this car.
VW is kind of a way of life. It gets under your skin and your blood. Think, eat, breathe, Volkswagen.
Sweet.
I think the biggest challenge of this build is the rear end. Just getting that stance correct and getting that big tire in there.
Generally, it's about 1/4 of an inch at an angle here from stock height.
In 71, they had the independent rear suspension. So we're going to switch over to swing axle, hopefully to accommodate these bigger tires.
IRS, your wheels travel straight up and down. With the Ghia fenders, they curve. That top of the wheel will want to hit that fender. So with the swing axle, they'll kick in just a little bit so they clears the fenders. Grab that side of it. Support them. There you go. Ready?
Where I'm in. Carmen Ghias are pretty cool because you can slam them to the ground and they're still maneuverable. You can still get them over train tracks. You can still get them around potholes. Pretty much because of the way the nose sweeps under. Beetles, it dives down and just straight down, and so it catches everything. But that Ghia, we're going to be able to get that thing low to the ground, and you're actually going to be able to drive it.
All right, ladies, let's go.
I'm waiting. What motor do you have in your Ghia?
The original ones, it's got all but 39 horsepower.
Something like that.
Because when it starts going up the hill, the longer the hill, the slower it goes. Those things are killer looking, man.
Yeah. On these, out of the box, the float is always off. Always. It's super easy adjustment too, so all you do is bend this tab down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You want the float to be parallel or a little bit at this angle?
I mean, that wasn't
this thing would have never run
that
wrong.
wasn't even close.
No.
And they'll tell you, man, it's a brand new carburetor. I just bought the carburetor.
Right.
And people wonder why they don't run right. How far is this thing gonna set off the ground, Joe?
As long as we can get it.
When it comes down, it's actually going to be right about here.
When you lower these things, the wheel will look off center in the car. So the dog gets all that set up. All the geometry's correct, just bolt in perfection.
Hey, man, we appreciate it.
Hey, we had fun, dude.
All right, I'll pass it on to Jose.
Yeah, no, man. All right, brother. See you later.
Looks like Elliot has to take off for the day, but he's left us in good hands.
Go stab his tire real quick.
All right, we're getting the last carburetor bolted on, getting the linkage fixed up. As soon as we're done with that, it's ready to go on the stand, get the exhaust on there, and fire it up.
This motor here, it's going to be a nice little peppy motor.
That thing's badass.
It sure is.
This is a 4-cylinder Volkswagen engine. It started out as a stock 1600 block that's been clearanced with a different crank and pistons and so forth to make it the 1915 that it is today.
You built it, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like from scratch? Damn.
And it's going to have a nice, good, throaty sound to it. You'll know it's not a stock motor when it's coming down the road.
This motor went from what horsepower to what?
Went from about 60 from the factory, brand new.
Like it said.
Like it said, it was in there. It was probably, I don't know, 30, 40, wore out. And this is 150.
That weight to horsepower ratio really plays in the factor. What do you think that car weighs, Constantine?
Oh, it's 16, 1700 pounds.
Really? Wow. I'm telling you, it's nothing better than going stoplight to stoplight against, big boys. And their jaws drop. What do you got in that? Just a 4-cylinder.
Man, looks like this thing's ready to bust off, Constantine.
It's ready. Carb's got fuel in him. Electrical's all hooked up.
That's what we've been waiting for, huh, man?
Hell yeah.
Fuel, spark.
Turn the key,
That's
huh?
right.
Fire it up. I was just amazed how quick it fired up. We work with a lot of these cars. Usually they start up, backfire in your face. And that motor sounds like a brand new Porsche running. So what's the next step?
It's ready to go in the car, man.
Can't wait to get in there, man.
I know you can. And it's gonna fit in there good, right?
Fits in there perfect.
Go let the cars down, Jose.
Down?
Yes. Jack. That's good. That's good, Jose. That boy's gotta get underneath. Up. I have trouble seeing because Constantine is looking at me with the wrong part of his body.
I'm hitting somewhere. That's hitting right there. Is it hitting in the same spot over there?
Pretty much on the same spot.
You're gonna have to do cutouts.
Yeah.
We knew we were gonna have some clearance issues right here. We built this new pan that was rotted out. We got all this trick exhaust. We want to make it work. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and trim this panel. It'll kind of look like the exhaust was Frenched into this rear roll pan piece right here. I say we get some fine line tape and we'll mark it.
Give me a straight line. Give me somewhere. Give me a road to follow. And I'm on it. I'm fixing to cut on fresh paint, man. That looks like it's quite a bit.
No problem.
Try not to scratch up the paint, Joe.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, sort of.
That's my boy.
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah, that's super clean.
Nice cut, man.
Thanks, Mike.
It's in.
All right. Man, that engine looks killer now.
Oh, yeah.
That cutout looks cool.
It's factory, man, or something. I like seeing all that stainless hanging out there. Well, man, without you guys' help, we'd be in the fog on this deal, man.
We appreciate it.
Right on, man. Wow. This car is definitely worth way more after having all these guys come out and bring their goodies. This car's going to be a really top-of-the-line custom Ghia. Well, hell, let's finish this thing up. This Ghia project's really coming together. Making good gains. All the guys are thrashing on it. It looks really cool. But I know when Amanda brought this car to the shop, she really had her heart set on it. But the businesswoman in her is probably going to agree with me that we need to try and recoup some of the money we put into it. You know, it's always difficult trying to part with something that you really like. And when we're done with this thing, I'm going to have to think really long and hard exactly what we're going to do with it. Progress on this Ghia is fantastic. Shorty got the doors painted up.
It's ready to go. Looks nice.
Now we get that stuff hung, get everything, get the gaps all set up.
Kind of heavy.
And Cato can start on the interior. Looks badass, Cato.
This is going to be the insert. I'll stitch that armrest.
Joe decided we're going to close in the exterior gas cap, so I just have to relocate the fuel fill. Really, it's just a lot of detail work, little stereo, 800 watts. It's going to jam.
I like it.
We're on the final countdown.
Honestly, everything on that car is well engineered, and once you figure it out, you just slide right in.
Okay. So we're ready to slam this thing together. It's good to me. Whether they keep it or sell it, whatever, I'm ready to see it go down the road.
Man, this thing's really moving along good. Can't wait to see this thing finished up.
So today's the day. The Ghia's done. Ready. Joe's giving it to Mandy today. But she doesn't know. It's going down.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing!
I mean, Mandy was excited when the thing looked like Swiss cheese out in the field.
This color.
A little different inside, huh, babe?
It's 3 shades more brilliant.
She's crazy excited now because,
Wow.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Now, I haven't seen it with the glass in, with the interior done. Oh my gosh.
Your dream car is done.
That's
I
awesome.
think she likes it.
Yeah.
I guarantee this whole time she's been thinking,
Wow.
that will be mine.
I mean, this thing is amazing. Well, that'll be a good thing that I can use for the ad when I list it.
That sounds like a great question for Joe.
Yeah. I know Amanda's not gonna come out and say she wants to keep it. It's hard getting rid of stuff that you really like, and I know she really loves this car. Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking maybe this could be your own car.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Poof. Thank you. Oh.
She really loves this car. Well, I'll take a ride.
Yes.
I probably ought to
I'm gonna drive.
Yeah.
I have a confession. I don't know how to drive a stick shift very well. I haven't driven stick shift
Get
in a
your
while.
ass in the car.
I've never driven anything like it, so I think Joe wants to take his time and let me relearn. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this thing is mine! I love it! I can't wait to learn how to drive.
You knew it was yours when you brought it home.
I didn't know. I really thought it was going to be an easy little flip for you guys. I had no idea it was going to look like Swiss cheese. I wasn't even sure if we should proceed. Guess I learned a lesson on this one. I shouldn't make a purchase whenever I'm feeling so emotional about a car.
I've been doing it all my life.
Well, it's worked out for you. Just all the hard work that went into this thing. I couldn't have imagined this car looking better than it does right now.
It's really cool.
The sands, the color. I should be able to get around town at lightning speed.
Yeah, you should.
And I love this vintage material that Kato did on the interior. I was so jealous when I saw it going into the car.
Jealous.
I love vintage stuff. I mean, I love it. As Shorty would say, I'm in love with it.
You're in love with it. Well, it's got you written all over, baby.
Well, I can't wait to take it to the first car show. And it's my first car in a collection of hopefully many. I have this wonderful husband who has this thriving business, and I watch all these really cool cars be built every day at the shop, and to say now that I own one of them is pretty special. Thank you!
He didn't even have plumbing skills, and he's got plumber's ass.
Oh, not at all. They're not filming a thing. Papa, don't worry about it.
There's Volkswagens
Crazy.
far and wide. As far as the eye can see.
How do you like my sweet ride?
Definitely magical enough for a unicorn.
It's like in a gunfight, you start giggling.
I've never giggled during my gunfights.
You're missing out.
Go ahead, check it, man.
They corn dog.
I was going in too, Shorty.
बोलिए नाथों की नाथ की
is that?
Today's heist is brought to you by Miss Amanda Martin.
Well, yeah, man, look at that. We got a little Ghia.
Yeah, we do.
Everybody loves Volkswagens.
Quit it, man. Quit it, man.
Anything that was remotely flat was Bondo.
Every corner of the car has been dented and beat in any way it possibly can.
It's all right. This right here is designed to take care of ugly.
This thing is like Frankenstein.
These are the wheels that we're looking
Those
for.
are badass.
Yeah. Look at all this beetle madness.
It smells as good as it looks.
So good.
Yeah, we got some help. Our buddies from Dallas.
It's really like a dream team.
Because you're married, man. What's hers is hers, and what's yours is hers.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. I'm Joe Martin. I've been building cars and bikes since I was just a little kid. My team cuts down rusted bricks.
Let's get to work, man. Come on.
We knock out the ugly and put in the cool. And turn these buckets of rust into street art. This is Iron Resurrection.
Are we leaving breadcrumbs? Because I think we may be lost.
Reyes gave us the inside scoop on this sweet honey hole up in Maynard.
We got a 1955 CJ5.
Really?
First month of production.
Acres and acres of cars.
This is a 55 big window.
That's pulling up to kick your ass is what that's doing. 36 acres and 18
then
million
some.
cars or
Yeah.
From
something?
GM to Chrysler to Ford.
18 million, yes.
You got the AC controls, you got the headlights.
My name is Jason Krennick. I've been managing this property for about a year now. Trying to inventory the property. There's a lot to choose from. There's plenty of projects, I should say.
If we want to buy this one, we're going to have to negotiate with the lizard.
We've estimated between 450 to 500 cars and trucks. We have a lot of stuff that we haven't even discovered yet.
Man, there's hidden treasures everywhere.
I think Shaq thinks he's going to get a pot of gold in one of them.
Damn right I am. It's like I expect a glow to happen every time a trunk opens.
There's like some kind of an old tool chest. There's going to be a stack of cash.
She knows me. Man, look at this badass three-wheel car.
Look
Yep.
at it.
It's a little Cushman. It's pretty rough, but it wouldn't take much to get it going. You can get another little engine for it.
This thing is perfect for the shop.
You know, how about $50?
About 100.
Done. I mean, $100, it's going to be our new little engine hauler around the shop.
So that was purchase number one.
Oh my God, what is that?
You know what that is.
No, I know what it is.
Harman Ghia.
Is it one of the cars that's for sale here?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll run. So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Even better.
yeah. The motor's pretty
Oh, my
clean.
gosh, it's way clean.
Man,
I think a little carburetor work. It'll
Oh, yeah?
yeah, absolutely.
I've seriously wanted one of these for as long as I knew I was going to have a driver's license. I wanted one.
It looks like it was running back in 05. I mean, it needs some love on the inside and definitely some Joe love.
It needs some help. It's a little sad.
Not